Hey beautiful! Today, you and Queen Zani are diving into Wuthering Waves version 3.3 special broadcast. And honestly, there's a lot to be excited about. Let's start with the important dates. The version 3.3 special broadcast is set for April 17th, 2026 UTC +8. As always, we'll get redeem codes during the live stream, but don't worry about catching them live. I'll have them posted on my community tab. As for the update itself, version 3.3 is expected to go live on April 30th, 2026. Now, moving on to banners, because I know that's what most of you are waiting for. In Phase 1, we're likely getting Hiyuki, Mornye, and Inu, and then in Phase 2, we should see Denia, Frolova, and Chisa. There's also a strong chance we'll get an anniversary banner similar to last year, but we'll have to wait for the live stream to confirm any reruns. Let's talk about Hiyuki first, because she looks really fun. She's a 5-star Glacio sword character, and her gameplay is all about building up momentum. At first, she feels pretty normal. You're just attacking and using your skill, but in the background, she's building a meter called Dedication. Once that fills up, she unlocks a stronger move and shifts into her second form, and that's when everything changes. Her attacks become faster, more aggressive, and this is where her real damage starts to come in. Her core mechanic revolves around this smooth loop where you attack, enter a stance using either a dodge or skill, and then trigger a quick slash. It feels really fluid, and as you keep repeating that flow, you're stacking up power for bigger damage. Eventually, you reach her finisher. She pauses time for a moment and unleashes a huge burst attack, and the more you built up before that, the harder it hits. After that, she resets and you go again. She also contributes extra damage through Glacio interactions with the team. And from what I know, her team would be Hiyuki, Lucilla, and Chisa. Now, Denia is a completely different kind of character. She's a 5-star fusion rectifier user, but instead of feeling like a standard DPS, she plays more like a hybrid between support and damage dealer. You start in her Stagecraft form, where you're attacking and building a resource called Void Particle. Then, once you use her ultimate, she switches into her breakdown form, and that's where things flip. Instead of building, now you're spending everything you stored up. Your attacks get stronger, your skills get enhanced through something called Dark Cores, and the whole playstyle becomes more explosive. What makes Denia really interesting is that she has 2 different ways to play depending on your team. One focuses on boosting overall team damage through Fusion Burst, while the other focuses on breaking enemies faster and amplifying damage during those windows with Toon Strain. After you've spent everything in Breakdown, you use her ultimate again, deal a big burst, leave behind a field that keeps damaging and grouping enemies, and then you go back to building again. It's a really satisfying cycle. Version 3.3 is also bringing a big chunk of story content. The main quest will be split across multiple parts, starting with a prologue and continuing into new story chapters in the first phase, with the conclusion arriving in the second phase. On top of that, we're getting a brand new area to explore, a new weekly boss called Denia, War Song Reprise, and even a new tactical hologram featuring Sigillum. If you're into lore, this update looks stacked. We're also getting 2 new echo sets. One is Reel of Spliced Memories, which gives a 10% attack boost and focuses on enhancing team-wide toon mechanics. When you inflict Toon Rupture shifting or Toon Strain shifting on enemies, it increases the team's Toon Break boost for a decent duration, making it especially useful in compositions that rely on breaking enemies faster. The other set, Wishes of Quiet Snowfall, is clearly designed for Glacio characters. It provides a Glacio damage bonus and adds a conditional buff system through the Snowfall effect. By applying Glacio Chafe, you gain extra Glacio damage And Snowfall can then be consumed in two ways, either boosting your own crit rate after using Resonance Liberation or buffing the next character's Glacio damage through an outro skill.
This makes it flexible for both main DPS and team support rotations, depending on how you trigger it. From the looks of it, these sets could be really strong on characters like Hiyuki, Denia, and even Lucilla.
There are also some nice extras coming in this update. Mornier is getting a new skin, which is always a win, and we're even getting new background music for convene animations. On top of that, there are several potential small-scale collabs being teased, including Resident Evil, Haikyuu, Angry Birds, Kaiju number 8, and Pragmata, which is kind of wild. Also, the version 1X roguelike event is making a return in 3.3, so if you enjoyed that mode before, it looks like it's coming back with this update. Now, let's talk about some other updates. In version 3.3, the in-game shop will reset, which means we'll once again get first-time bonuses and discounts on Astrite top-ups. So, if you've been waiting to recharge, this might be a good time. We'll also be seeing some new bundles added to the shop, likely offering extra value with resources and pulls, though the exact details will depend on the final release. Now, the quality of life changes are actually really solid this time. The UI is getting a full redesign, which basically means cleaner menus, better layout, and an overall smoother experience while navigating the game. There's also a new feature that allows characters with multiple resonance modes to switch between them during battle, which is a huge gameplay improvement.
The map is getting smarter too, with better markers and layered tracking, so navigation feels less messy. Graphics settings are also expanding, with anisotropic filtering options, letting you fine-tune visuals more.
And probably one of the coolest additions, your motorcycle can now glide. Yes, actually glide. You can launch into the air, stay airborne while consuming energy, dash mid-air without losing height, and even use a charged leap to transition directly into gliding. It basically turns your bike into a flying machine. I really like this feature. The Tuanzi event is also getting updated with new mechanics, like black hole portals that teleport you across locations, and a new dice system that adds more randomness and interaction. And finally, for mobile players, there's a really nice optimization update. Devices that support frame interpolation will be able to render smoother gameplay, turning 30 FPS into something that feels closer to 60 FPS. That's honestly a big upgrade. So yeah, version 3.3 is looking packed. New characters, stories, systems, and some really fun mechanics. If you made it this far, you're actually a legend.